Okay, so we talked about the red flags in graphic design jobs, the pack your fonts and run kind of stuff. But what about the good signs? A role where you could grow, be creative, and actually not hate your Mondays. These are graphic design job green flags that you should watch out for. Hi, creatives. I worked in-house, I worked freelance, I worked internationally. I've seen the whole range of graphic design jobs, from dream jobs to please never contact me again. Green flags really matter because in the beginning, we kind of just want to find any job. But the right job, that's the one that helps you become a better designer over time. So let's go through them. I'm going to share signs and also real-life experiences I've had throughout my career. Green flag number 1. They value graphic design as a core part of business. If design is an afterthought in the company, you'll know, trust me. You'll get requests that sound something like, can you make this look pretty in 5 minutes? But if graphic design is valued in the company, then you will be part of strategy meetings. Your input will be asked for, and your work will be part of bigger campaigns. An example of this is I had one client, and I was invited to join marketing brainstorms from day one. We shaped entire product launches visually from the very beginning. And it felt really good to me knowing that my design work wasn't just decoration, it was a selling point. And once they value design, the next step is making sure that you actually have what you need to do the work. Green flag number 2 is clear and fair creative briefs. Having a clear brief means that you will have less headaches and better results. It is a green flag when they tell you what the goal is, the target audience, the deliverables, before you even start designing. An example of this is I had a client who would always have a mood board and also brand tone notes included in every single brief. And with this particular client, I could get straight to work. I didn't have to send 15 emails back and forth trying to ask, what size do you need? Good briefs are great, but even the clearest project could fall apart if it's under an impossible deadline. Green flag number 3, reasonable deadlines. Let's be real, last-minute projects happen. But if every single project is ASAP or an emergency, that will lead to you burning out. A green flag is when deadlines are realistic and planned in advance. One agency that I did a freelance project for had a design calendar mapped out 1 month in advance. This led to us being able to schedule workloads, and there was still buffer time for unexpected changes. And when schedules are under control, then you can focus on making work better, which is where feedback comes in. Green flag number 4, constructive feedback culture. Good feedback is specific, respectful, and focuses on improving work, not tearing you down as a person. An example of this is when someone just tells you that this just doesn't look good. One creative director I had would say things like, this color palette feels too muted for the energy that we're going for. Could you bump up the vibrancy? That one sentence changed the whole vibe without crushing my morale. And another way to tell that you found a great place, they invest in you beyond the current project. Green flag number 5, opportunities for skills and growth. If they encourage things like training, conferences, investment in new tools, they are helping you stay sharp. A past employer that I had paid for me to go to an Adobe workshop. Not only did I sharpen my skills, I came back more inspired. And I ended up reworking the entire brand template. And this next point, I believe in 100%. Real growth that doesn't come from just being in the classroom. It comes from who you work with day to day. Green flag number 6, collaboration across all departments. When marketing, design, and copywriting all work together, from start to finish, the results are stronger. An example of this is when I was working in-house, I got to sit with copywriters early on. We built a tagline and visuals that worked perfectly in sync. So the ad, it didn't just look good, it read perfectly. And a team that works well together will understand another big green flag, your life outside of work. Green flag number 7 is a respect for work-life balance. A company that encourages you to log off after your shift is a super rare find. Working in Malaysia, I had a manager that would actually remind me to close my laptop at 5 p.m. unless it was a true emergency. And that little push, whether he knew it or not, it led to me feeling more refreshed when I'd come in the office the next day. And when you feel rested, you do better work, which leads me to how they show appreciation for your work. Green flag number 8 is recognition for good work. It doesn't have to be big, even a quick acknowledgement in a weekly meeting to make you feel valued. For example, one project that I did for a freelance client got a shout out in an all-company email. I know it sounds really small, but the CEO shouting out my work like that and acknowledging me, it was a huge boost for my morale. Recognition is really amazing in the moment, but the real magic is when they see you grow over time. Green flag number 9 is a transparent career path. It is a green flag when they have a clear ladder for advancement, even in a small team. One company that I did an interview for told me exactly what the next 3 to 5 years would look like if I got the job, from junior designer to senior designer to art director. And I thought that that kind of transparency was very impressive because there's not a lot of companies that do that. And finally, one of my personal favorite green flags, they respect your work enough to keep it intact. 10, they actually use your work as intended. Absolutely nothing is more heartbreaking for a graphic designer than seeing their work mangled in a Word document. A green flag is when your work goes live exactly how you intended for it. In one role, marketing made sure that my designs went live on the website pixel perfect. And they would even come back to me if there were even just the most minor adjustments, which I didn't mind. I'd rather have a client do that than just guess. I have to tell you right now, there's no job out there that will hit all 10 of these green flags. But if you see a place with a bunch of them, this might be a job worth keeping. And if you are currently looking for a job right now, use this list as an interview checklist. Okay, guys, I have to know, what is the biggest green flag that you've ever had in a job? Drop it in the comments because I'm so curious. I'd love if you would help me build the ultimate green flag graphic design checklist. And if you missed my red flag video, go ahead and watch that now. Then you could get both sides of the coin. But okay, creatives, that's all I have for you right now. I'll see you next time. Bye.